In the Arabic language and even in English language and other languages, you have a word that is used for conjunction between two words. Like for example, I like bananas and oranges. So when you say and, you use it to have a conjunction between two things that are different from each other. You don't say I ate pineapple and pineapple. So when you use the word and for conjunction, it is not between the same thing. It is between two things that are different from one another. This is in English and it's the same in Arabic when you say wa. So when the wow, the letter wow, which is like translated into and in the English, is used for conjunction, it is used for two things that are different from one another. Because what those hadith rejectors tend to do is that they throw around old logic and they try to pretend that the word and is speaking about the same thing.
We have already covered a fair bit in another video to do with hikmah. Let's take a look at the claim this man has just made. Allah says in 33:7, "And when we took from the prophets their covenant, and from you, and from Noah, and Abraham, and Moses, and Jesus, the son of Mary, and we took from them a solemn covenant." So does this verse mean that all these prophets are not prophets now because Allah used the word and after the word prophets?
الذكر. So we reveal to you the dhikr. With dhikr here we say is the sunnah. لِتُبَيِّنَ لِلنَّاسِ مَا نُزِّلَ إِلَيْهِمْ. So you can explain to the people that which was revealed to them before. So there is something that was revealed to the people that the Prophet ﷺ is going to explain using another revelation. So there's two revelations there. وَأَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الذِّكْرَ وَمَا نُزِّلَ إِلَيْهِمْ. There's two things here mentioned. Dhikr is mentioned and something else that was revealed. We say that something else that was revealed is the Quran. And dhikr here is the hikmah, is the sunnah that the Prophet ﷺ is going to use to explain to the people.
Now, what he's just said here was a complete lie. I'm not sure who he's referring to when he says we. So really what he's saying is the zikr has precedence over the Quran because the zikr is explaining the book of Allah. Even according to Sunnis, no one ever says that the zikr is not the Quran. Now, if you go and have a look at Ibn Kathir's tafsir of 1644, where Allah mentions zikr, you'll see that he tells you it means the Quran, not hadith and sunnah. Al-Tabari does not say the zikr is the hadith or sunnah. He also says that this is referring to the Quran. Bearing in mind that one of the best exegesis is given by this man, even he says that zikr is not referring to anything other than the Quran. But let's look at some other verses. Allah uses the word zikr here. Let's see how it is translated by many. The Sahih International is, "Indeed, it is we who sent down the Quran, and indeed, we will be its guardian." Yusuf Ali's translation is, "We have, without doubt, sent down the message and we will assuredly guard it." Muhammad Sarwar's translation is, "We ourselves have revealed the Quran and we are its protectors." Mohsen Khan's translation is, "Verily it is we who have sent down the zikr, i.e. the Quran, and surely we will guard it." If you look at 15:6, Allah uses the word zikr, yet the translations will tell you Quran. I'm not sure who he was referring to when he said we, because no one who is translating the Quran seems to translate it like him. 38:1, Allah uses the word zikr. He says, "By the Quran containing the zikr." How are you going to tell me this means anything outside the Quran? Zikr means the remembrance. For this man to say it means anything outside the Quran, even other Sunni Muslims do not accept. However, no one will correct him only because he is talking against the people who follow Quran alone, so they'll just let it slide. This individual has clearly went against his own people, throwing his scholars under the bus, even throwing the Quran under the bus by making his own interpretation of verses, just so he could give victory to these books of hadith.